Hello, stunning people. Welcome to the Salt Lick Sessions. I am your host, Beane, and I am so excited for this next artist. I still remember the first time I ever heard her sing. Her voice blew me away, and it's about to blow you away too. This is Halley Neal.
They say everything can be replaced, and every distance is not near. So I remember every face of every man who put me here. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, I shall be released. They say every man needs protection. They say that every man must fall. But I swear I see my own reflection somewhere so high above the wall, and I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, I shall be released. Yonder stands a man in this lonely crowd, a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long I hear the people, they're shouting so loud, they're crying out that he was framed, oh, he was framed, and I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, I shall be released. Any day now, I shall be released.
Hi, Halley.
Hi, Beane.
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, it's been, I don't know, a year since I've seen you last,
I think so.
which is crazy.
I know.
But I'm glad I get to see you today,
Me too.
and I get to hear you sing.
I'm so glad too.
I just feel like, at this point I could definitely, actually I do wear my Halley Neal shirt. It's baby blue.
Oh
Had your
my
face on it.
gosh.
I'm just such a
my
champion
gosh.
of your voice and what you do.
You're the best.
I'm just such a fan. So I would love to take a second and just talk about you. And
Okay.
get to know you and like
Sure.
figure out how you got from wherever you started to now.
To wherever you are.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So where are you from? Where you
I grew up in
raised?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Small town, a lot of
Crazy
cows.
drivers. Oh, cows.
Crazy drivers, that's what I've heard. I never really thought so,
You are one.
but maybe that's because I am one.
Totally.
But yeah, really small town. Moved to Boston, went to school
Cool.
in Boston.
Love
So
that.
thrilled to be back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I live in Nashville.
Now you live in Nashville.
yeah.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you being up here from Nashville. We
I'm
will
so
come do
happy.
sessions there, I promise.
Okay,
It'll be
good.
less of a distance for you to travel.
Good.
Should be good. Yeah. So tell me about your cover song. Why did you pick that song?
I just have always grown up listening to music from like the 60s, 70s. My parents are like Deadheads. They love Bob Dylan, the band. So I grew up. My dad was in a dad rock cover band, and whenever he could like get me into the bars as like a teenage girl, I would go and play that song with them. I Shall Be Released. And so it was always like one that I loved and one that I've just like done for so long. But I think like as I've grown as a person, musician, just like as I've continued to grow and understand myself more and just life, that song has sort of like evolved with me, the meaning, which is really cool and special.
What about it has evolved? Like, is there a lyric in particular that you think of, or like how has it grown with the Halley Neal journey?
I think there's the first verse of the song talks about, everything can be replaced. Every distance isn't near. So like you're on your journey, you're figuring yourself out, but you have to work really hard to get there. And then it says, so I remember every face of every man who put me here. To me, that means, in the music world, so many people have had a hand in helping me and, encouraging me. And as a kid, I just sort of, you hear lyrics. I just think as I've grown and had more life experience, a song like that has kind of grown with me. As a kid, I always thought like, I shall be released, like I'll break free, fun. And that's like, it's still how I feel, but you sort of slowly like with a song or, artist or anything that's like been with you for so long, it changes meaning.
Totally.
And so that's kind of why it's been so special to me now.
Right. Oh, that's awesome. I feel like it's going to be cool too in like 10 years.
Exactly.
To see how it moves in your life. then.
Exactly.
Love
My
that.
thoughts exactly.
Cool. So tell me about what you do now. Do you write your own songs?
I write my own songs.
Cool. Do you consider yourself a songwriter?
I do.
Cool. If you were to rank like singer, songwriter, acoustic guitar player, walkathon doer, marathon swimmer,
Marathon runner.
sewer, like where do you put everything?
Right? Including sewer.
Yeah. Where do you put sewer?
Well, I'm crafty. I love a craft. So I would say crafting is up there for sure. I when I was in college, I studied performance, so like vocal performance.
Okay.
And for so long, I didn't really like consider myself a songwriter. I just sort of thought, like, I write songs, but I'm mostly a singer, and I didn't play guitar until the last few years. So it's only been recently that I've really kind of taken on the singer-songwriter kind of thing. But I still like to say, like, songwriter and vocalist or something, like, kind of, like, differentiate.
Totally.
But I still feel like I'm a singer, like, first.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel like sometimes, well, it's interesting because there are so many artists out there that are very much just singers.
Oh,
know?
yeah, sure. Yeah.
But then I feel like when you are on the come up, it's looked down upon to be just a singer.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's like for me, it's my preference. Like
Right.
I can accompany myself. I don't like to. I like the freedom of focusing on this.
Right.
It's
Totally.
you know what I mean? That's kind of how I am.
Totally.
Are you the same way?
Well, I do love to play with like an accompanist because I do feel like I can really kind of explore my singing more. And then I also really love to play solo too. I think there's something like really freeing about not playing with another person. So, there's a give, there's a take. There's an ebb and flow, if you will.
Flow, yeah.
If you will.
I think it's a cool bookmark in the Halley Neal Chronicles.
Fun.
Your videos today are just you and your guitar.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's really fun. It's been really fun. I've been touring a lot, just solo, just me, which has been musically like challenging and exciting and new. and also just kind of like personally, like traveling by myself and doing the whole thing all by myself. It's been really, really fun.
Do you think that your artistry, your musicianship has kind of evolved with you having so much time to yourself?
Definitely. When I was in school, like I said, like I wrote songs, but it wasn't so much of like a primary thing that I did. And especially since moving to Nashville and just kind of, you know, after I graduated, I kind of reevaluated the things that I wanted to do and kind of the circuit that I wanted to try to weave into. And I found that the music that I continued being drawn to was that like folk stuff, like, you know, classic folk, Joni Mitchell, Sean Colvin I love, for like she's like 90s, 2000s. And then like now there's just so many amazing folk artists. And so I kind of dipped my finger into the little folk world. And I've had so much fun playing those types of shows and meeting people in the folk world. There's just like this whole circuit of people. And that's been really, really cool. So
Is folk a part of your upcoming project?
yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Well, okay. So last year I put out a record. It was my first album, and it was kind of like it ultimately became this sort of training wheels kind of project. And we recorded it over, like you said, like kind of a longer period of time. So I kind of got to know who I wanted to be musically. I kind of got to explore the types of songs, type of, you know, vibes and just kind of what I wanted to say with my music. And by the end of the record, I realized there were definitely like some pop elements going on my first record, and I wanted to stray away from the pop a little bit, just a tad, kind of go a little bit more into the folk world, kind of like Laurie McKenna, Madison Cunningham, still kind of like a little bit of like a rock, kind of, but folk, acoustic driven, stuff like that, and I'm really excited about it.
Yay, is
I
the
think
song
it's
you're
gonna
going to
be
do for us from that album?
Yes.
It is?
It is.
Oh, that is so exciting.
I'm really
I cannot wait to
excited.
hear it. What's it called?
It's called Love is Different.
Love is Different.
It has the title of the record is a lyric from the song. And yeah, I'm really just so excited to share it.
I love that. Love is Different. We're going to hear it now.
If I woke up tomorrow and you were gone and I didn't know why, well, I would run forever until I found a spot right by your side. I'd have no questions to be answered. Am I supposed to wonder why? It just feels like love is different this time. Oh, it feels like love is different this time. And oh, it goes that old saying, if you know, then you know. And if that's true, then it's worth waiting to find a love that's all your own. It's not one moment, it's not one feeling, not a reason or rhyme. It just feels like love is different this time. Oh, it feels like love is different this time. Come with me, let's be honest, let's be hopeful, let's be true. Come with me into the garden. if my life becomes a story and page by page it gets told, then I want love written in colors, and I want your name written in gold, so that if one day we lose our way, which I don't think we could, you'll have your place in my story for good. You'll always have your place in my story. For good.
Hey stunning people, it's Beane. Make sure to check out the Salt Lick Sessions YouTube channel and subscribe.